are born at the bottom of the mountain and are judged by how high up they can climb. Men are born at the bottom of the mountain and are judged by how high up they can climb. We peak at two different times. Between 18 and 28, a woman is at her peak. She's at her peak.
What's up, visionaries?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. I'm Tonya and I'm joined by my wonderful husband. And we hope you're doing well as usual.
As usual.
So, what's a woman's worth? Do you think that women are only valuable between the ages of 18 to 28?
No.
Let's talk about this.
Let's unpack.
All right, so we got a panel over here, some losers, some not so losers, in our opinion, and we're entitled to our opinion. We're going to listen to them chop it up on this topic, and we're going to react.
Yeah. You want to run it back?
Yeah.
Men are born at the bottom of the mountain and are judged by how high up they can climb. We peak at two different times. Between 18 and 28, a woman is at her peak. She's at her peak. She has a guy that'll take her out for dinner, wanting to take her on a trip.
Between 18 to 28, he said a woman is at her peak. I believe between 18 to 28, a woman is at probably her most vulnerable state.
Yeah.
Why? Because she got a lot of predator men out here that only looking at this woman as a baby maker.
Right.
So me personally, I believe a woman is at a most vulnerable state, not valuable state, vulnerable state between ages of 18 to 28.
Yeah, and it's beyond me that he's even saying that a woman is at her peak in those ages between 18 and 28 because he's putting it in like a reproductive, like her worth, her peak
stops when she no longer
is after 28. She ain't got no more value.
And I think a lot of men maybe look at women this way as only baby makers. So therefore, you miss the full version of a woman. A woman is way more valuable than a baby maker season.
Yeah.
Because that only lasts for a short period of time. Then you got this woman that with a whole lot more life in it. And all you looking at, if she can't make babies, she's worthless. So if a man think like that, then he's probably the one that's worthless.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably more likely the one that's worthless. If you think of a woman as worthless, and God created both man and woman equal.
Mm-hmm.
So God look at both people equal, and like I said, the value that a person possesses is the value that they demonstrate out to everybody else, not the value that you hold to yourself. And like he said, not valuing your money if you're not giving it to nobody.
Right.
So who cares if you making a lot of money if you're not sharing your wealth with other people? Yeah. You know value.
You can't see value.
You can't see value.
Value how can somebody
is what
know
you give to people.
Right.
Right. Not what you keep. You may be rich, but you have no value if nobody else can benefit from your riches. Mm-hmm. So let's get into it, man. This crazy.
That'll come keep her company, one that'll walk her dog and wash her car because she's at her peak. Me till later in life because it takes time to acquire money. It takes time to acquire those resources So our late 30s, 40s, we at our peak. Now she wants to settle down.
This man said late 30s and 40s, women hit they at their peak, and now they ready to settle down. That's actually the opposite. The woman was ready to settle down in the 20s, but the man, he chose to either just make a baby, and now he running off. Now he's ready to settle down in his 30s with somebody else.
Right.
Or they not ready to settle down in their 20s, and then when they hit their 30s, the girls are like, well, I was trying to settle down now, and now they got the women that's hitting they in their own little new child stage in the 30s and 40s. Why? Because the man wasn't ready to settle down.
Right.
And once a woman, and then you got people out here pushing this theology like, well, you hit your peak at 30. You know, the way people think nowadays, they like, well, I'm already not getting married. Why settle down anyway? I'm already over 30. And a lot of people are thinking like that, and they missing that your value don't stop until you stop putting value in. And like I said, at 18 to 20, 28 years old, most women think that the only value they possess is having sex with a person. So therefore, you end up giving away the only value that you got to a man that don't deserve the stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of the times at that young, tender age of 18, I'm gonna say up until 28 ain't so young, but it ain't old either. But during those years, a woman will settle down.
Yeah,
she'll settle down.
That's
she
the most
just
she's ready to settle down.
A man, not a boy. And at 18, a lot of the time, the men are still they just grown in age,
and they just,
but that value ain't there.
Yeah. And a woman rather settle down at the age you are, because women know at 18 to 28, if you meeting this woman, y'all together, then she don't got nothing, you don't got nothing. So you at the stage where she knows she would expect a man my age to not have nothing or to be working on something. But a lot, like I said, these generation now, a lot of people are not getting started till later on.
Yeah.
But women are getting started early, so they ready to settle down. But when they ready, it's like men and women keep missing at different points. Like he said, the man ready, he think the man and the woman be ready to settle down at 20. Most women, they're settled down. If they have a kid with you, you're a good dude, they will settle down with
you. Yeah.
But it be the man that's not ready to settle down. Then when you get money, that you think money makes the man. It don't. That's why it's good to develop character first, because otherwise that you become a man and you think all because you got money that now you the man. Yeah. And you deserve value and respect. It don't work like that.
And that's why it's like it is now. Yeah. That's why, like Dr. Bryant, she's like 40 something. She want a younger man.
Yeah.
Because the older guys her age are so thinking that
women have no value.
Women have no value. So they go back to the younger men who be like, oh, she got value.
Yeah,
she got everything going for herself. You know what I'm saying? So the value is in the eye of the beholder to me.
Yeah. I believe, because like I said, if you're a man still looking to have kids, then you might value a vulnerable little young girl at 18 or 28 that don't got that. You got, because now you got money, so now you looking at the longer. Well, now I got money, now I can get someone younger. But that's a perverted mindset.
It is. And then it is also
and he's married. That's the crazy thing is he married.
You also not valuing her worth. Because you trying to go get this young girl who got a whole life ahead of make her a baby, a housewife or something, instead of letting her develop into her true self to where she can really peak and give that value.
And me personally, I think a woman does not start to peak until she's really, if she's not in her, if she had a baby making stage early, a woman don't peak until she's out of that stage, because God made man and woman for baby making, not just woman. Now, woman may not want to have kids after a certain age. Why? Because more than likely she's been in a lot of relationships and she haven't found the right man that's suitable to have kids.
Yeah.
Even when they're in their 40s and 50s, they still immature. No, he not. He had his peak. When you was at yours, you played the field. He didn't reach his peak to 40s. It's his prerogative to play the field. But as women get older,
it's a man's prerogative
to play the field until he gets some money, and now he can still play the field. Because now most men, when they get money, now that's when they were like, I'm ready to play the field again. That's why women almost can't win. Damn if they do, damn if they don't.
Yeah.
Because at 18 to 25, they have no value. Then when they get older, they have no value, because now the man got value.
Right. And
he ready to play the field because now I got money.
Yeah,
now I don't have to settle down because I got options.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
And you said he's married.
He's married. That's the crazy thing. He's married. So his wife, I think he got a kid or two. But like I said, that's crazy. So when you make statements like that, that means he look at his wife as no value to him after she had his kids.
Yeah.
She no longer valued to me. And he's in his 40s. I think he might be in his 30s, 40s. So he's looking at this, and when you make that statement, you can't help but to keep it close when you say that.
Right.
You can't go Joshua for everybody but my wife. No, you look at your wife first as a woman that has no value after 28.
Yeah.
And all I see my woman as a baby maker.
Right, and now you finna peak.
Yeah, he about to be
at his. Lord.
Crazy, man. And you know, the crazy thing is people actually listen to people like this online, man. That's why I know a lot of people are lost if you find things like this entertainment. If you actually look at this and you check it out, yeah, they actually talk good. But he be on the podcast talking a lot, but this is crazy because people can say one thing that make everything else they say no. Yeah. A woman just at her most vulnerable state at 18 to 28. She is the most valuable state when she get over that immature state at 18 to 28. And here's the thing how we know this, man. We got kids. I have my daughter that's about that age. She's at 28. And she is not work at her peak. Why? Because most women don't hit some women they hit their peak if they meant to be single, they may hit their peak at their single stage. But a lot of women won't hit their peak until they get with a good man. Because a lot of women they ain't at their peak because they with men that don't look at them as baby makers. And they end up having babies. Now she become a single baby mama because a man only had that frame of mindset with this guy got us 18 to 28, I need to get her. 18 to 28, I need to get her. That she in a vulnerable state, I need to get her. I got to get her before the 18 to 28. That's how men think, and that's crazy. That's how men think. 18 to 28, I need to get her.
Oh, yeah. That's terrible.
That's crazy.
In a sexual marketplace value, unless you're married, your age is working against you. You start to lose your aesthetic patina, if you will. So, I don't want to say they're cooked, especially if they redefine what they're looking for. They lower some of their expectations and they kind of become pliable on some of their non-negotiables.
It's just kind of confusing to me. Like, what define peak? You know, it's like
when they look, when they
the
young, but what he's talking about, aka is he talking about when they're at their most vulnerable. He's not talking about their most fertile, vulnerable state. That's what he's talking about. That's the crazy thing is, like I say, he said peak, but he talking about their most fertile, vulnerable state. But here's the thing, you never know. Every woman is the fertilization is different for every woman. It's not about 18 to 24. Yeah. That's how you know a man don't know a lot about women. It's not 18 to 24. Some women are still fertile in their 40s.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You can't look at, well, oh, she's 18, she's no longer fertile. You don't know. That may one maybe not want to have kids. But a lot of times between 18 to 24, you would know if a woman can have kids. Because most of the time between 18 to 28, the woman probably hasn't been in a lot of relationships and probably had a lot of unprotected sex. So you would know if she can have kids by that time. Yeah. A lot of women, if they have been having unprotected sex and they haven't had kids by 28, then more than likely, it's probably difficult for them to have kids. So it ain't about their peak. Yeah. It's about whether or not they can have kids. And you will know between 18 and 28.
Yeah, and depending on the situation, the woman, she could be stressed between 18 and 28. That's also a stressful time. Yeah. She could be in college. She could be struggling with her bill. I mean, it's stressful. So the older you get, the more you acquire, the less stress you have, then you're ready to have babies. Because stress takes away from fertilization too. Yeah. You know, you got to be, you know. Yeah. In some cases, you know, stress. You need to be relaxed to have babies. So, older.
Yeah, and looking at, like I said, looking at generation, we got daughters about to be 22. She is 22. And she is nowhere near her peak. She might be at peak as you say, having babies. But even now, she still wouldn't be at 30 years old. She got a lot more growing to do. And if she keep getting with men that are immature men, and she got to be the man teacher, or the man can't teach her nothing. Mm-hmm. But that's all she gonna get from immature men is a baby, and she will not grow. Yeah. But the woman only lose value. The woman stopped losing value when she stopped becoming of value. A man a man becomes of no value when he stopped becoming of value. And the value you bring is the value you present out. You can't keep all the value for yourself and say, well, I'm a value because I'm a millionaire. Who cares? Right. Good for you. Your value comes from things you put out in this world, like Public Defender said. So we can get back into it.
Then they have a chance at pair bonding with a man, but we all know typically women date up. They love to date up. They can't stand a man that's beneath them. They don't respect a man that's eye level, and they revere and they have complete adulation for a man that's above them. And every day.
That's all circumstantial, to each his own.
And most women, they was
like, every woman is like this.
They was ready to settle down with the man when he didn't have nothing, but the man wasn't ready to settle down with the woman when she didn't have nothing. And when all he wanted was a baby. So most men, they not ready to settle down when a woman is ready to settle down when you have nothing. And a woman don't want to stay at nothing for too long. That's what the problem with men. They wait till they talk about, well, she didn't want me when I had. She wanted you when you had nothing, but you was unfaithful. You was running the streets when you had nothing. And then when she helped you out, she helped you get up. Then you leave. And now you talking about, well, all they want man is for money. No, she wanted you when you had nothing. But then when most men, they get money. That's when they no longer want to be faithful. So that a woman didn't want a man when he didn't have nothing. She wanted a man when he didn't have nothing, but she wanted a faithful man that's growing, not a man that's standing still.
Yeah. A man who ain't got nothing that wants something.
And you can tell by a man that wants something by the way he spends his 24 hours. It shouldn't be a week go by where she said a man lost ambition unless something happened in a funk that maybe got him down. Other than that, a man can stay consistent. Nobody likes a person inconsistent. You won't want to be with him. Nobody like an inconsistent person. So if a man consistent, a woman like you when you at your lowest, and she gonna ride with you until you get up there. But if you're not heading in the direction, nobody wants a person that's flatline in life. That's anybody, man or woman.
Flatline in life, dead man walking.
Dead man walking. That's right.
Over 30, you're losing your patina, and it's going to become harder and harder for you to acquire that guy that's 3, 4, 5 levels above you. So Cook, not if you change your...
Let's get to a public defender, and then Cooley.
Let Cooley say his answer.
Wait, can I just respond real quick? Just give me 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so again, I'm 43 personally. I don't know about anybody else. I think it's weird as a 40-something-year-old man to think that a woman's value is at her peak when she's 18 years old to 28 years old. That's crazy to me. I think I want to throw.
It's two different things, though. Her value is at her peak. It's two different things. The value is value, like what she possesses, what she can give,
what she can give.
Her value it has nothing to do with her peak. The way they put it, like
that's why he's so. And you could tell, like I said, he be on a podcast like that's crazy. That people will even listen to people like this online that say stuff like this. A woman that put the world. Yeah. And you married.
Why do you think that's
perverted? Like I said, it's weird. Like the kids say, it's weird. That's the idea. It's weird.
But because first of all, 18-year-old has the word teen in it. That is a child. I wouldn't even look at it. I don't even look at 18-year-old.
Hold on. Hey, y'all.
I think that's crazy to look at an 18-year-old like a kid.
So hold on,
but that's me.
When you were 19, you didn't look at 19-year-olds.
Hold on.
When you were 18, did you look at 18-year-olds?
Y'all hear me? Or my mic broke?
I didn't hear you before. I hear you now.
We're gonna let him finish, right? But you got to be consistent, public. You said that women are born with the intrinsic value when they're born. So how could it be weird for her to have still value at 18? That's not consistent. You can't say that's weird if you're saying a woman. If that 18 is weird, that means when she's born with her intrinsic value, that's weird as well too. That a man goes, you know what? A baby girl is valuable when she's born versus 18 years old. So tell me what the difference. Now watch what you're doing, right? What's the difference between hold on. What's the difference between an 18-year-old woman that men and women say have intrinsic value and a little girl who was born that men and women say have
what men and women is saying it. Only perverted men are saying a woman lose her value at 18 and 24. The only one we can go that's legitimate that's biased to any side is the Bible. And the Bible say both people are valuable. That's what I'm saying. But to cut out somebody who's we know might have a biased answer, anybody on the panel, even us, the Bible says man and woman are of equal value. And the value stop when you stop putting value in. And you get whatever you put the value put in, you must give out too. You can't keep it for yourself.
Yeah. And in back in the Bible days, for the man with the small tank top, women had babies like 150. I mean, that was old.
Yeah. And that is true. That is true, yeah.
Intrinsic value.
Well, because the value that you guys are speaking.
And intrinsic value, like I said, a woman value as long as she keep having kids. Says even for now, the government says that woman had kids, she's a value. Give her some money.
Yeah.
And women can have kids until they stop wanting to have kids. That's when a woman can have now. She might not be a woman can have kids until she's ready to stop having kids. There's no time clock a woman can stop having kids. Their body might, your body might tell you 40, and it's not 28. It's probably 40 or 50. When the women really like, well, I'm 50 years old, I'm not gonna have a kid. But as we see, women having kids at 42, 45 years old, 60 years old, they can have. I mean, there's no biological clock that says after 30 you no longer have kids. It's on the for each his own.
Yeah, again.
So never let nobody, these boo-boo the phone guys on here, get you thinking like they think.
Yeah, again, it's two different things for me. He talks of a peak, and then they talk of intrinsic value.
Yeah,
it's two different things.
And a woman, and nowadays, if you go, I'm sure y'all might go in the store. I go in the store, and every time I go in the store, I see women in there working inside the stores. I go inside Lowe's every other week. I see women in there working inside the stores. You go inside the hospitals, you see women in there working inside the stores. So it seems like right now, like I say, keep talking about intrinsic value. A woman value, still we need women more than right now we men. Mm-hmm. I would hire a woman right now than I will a man. They work harder. So I don't think this guy, they don't really know what intrinsic value is.
Yeah. They don't.
And you go ask any employee, I gave somebody, if you got a business, please comment online. Would you hire a man right now or a woman?
Yes, put that in the comment.
Put that in the comment section. Would you hire a man or a woman?
Yeah.
It's superficial, it's beauty. Or you might add to that having children, which again, I don't look at women as baby factories. So, I mean, though I do value and respect childbirth and all of that, right? But that's not what, like, women are much more important than how they look and them being able to have children. The intrinsic value I'm talking about, again, I'm talking about the character.
Primary function.
Hold on. Let him land.
Yeah, I'm talking about the primary function of the woman. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about I'm talking about her function. So I'm saying, like, how she shows up in our community, how she shows up for the people around her, the things that she does, the type of person she is, her character. That's what I'm talking about. So
yes, that's exactly.
What if someone had an answer that allowed you?
Yeah, her value is defined by having babies. That's just one thing.
Yeah.
That a woman can do.
Yeah, that make it a plus if a man wants kids.
Right.
But that's not the only thing.
Right. It's just a plus. So again, I have to say, it's just so odd to me that this is even like a debate type of thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not contradicting myself by saying, as a 43-year-old man, I don't look at an 18-year-old girl and go, oh man, she's at her peak. I think that that's weird. Automatically now, to answer your question, when I was 19, did I look at 18-year-old girl? Of course, I was 19.
Oh, no.
I'm 43.
You
Think that's weird.
Hold on. No, Public, you're moving too fast. I'm going to ask you again. What gives a 1-year-old, a little girl who's been born, her...
No, Ali, please. What's the peak?
Her being a woman,
Well,
a little girl, you know,
she's a girl.
She's a
pure
and
young little girl.
Right.
That's what gives her value. But once she turned about 9 and 10, depending on her mom and daddy, that value starts going down. Because I know little 9-year-olds right now, they are bad. And character, and that's why they bad. It's not because they character start. Your character is what make you less value. It's not about the money, because you strip a man of his money and all he's standing there with his flawed self, and all you see is character. What value do a man present? That's what I hate about people when they leave with money. They think money make the man. Money don't make the man. The man make the money. Yeah. So you could be a good man with bad character. You could be a bad man with good character.
Yeah. And you can tell the type. The type be like, they're going to the gym or they're making all this money, but I don't want no more. I don't want her.
Yeah. if I let money define my character, then I would have thought I was a man at 18, 19 years old.
Absolutely.
I was making money. I was making money at 18, 19 years old. If I would have took that version of me, like, well, I'm making money. I'm a man.
And you know, that's also another thing that's being taught. Young boys, don't listen to that. You are not a man just because you making money. It's all in your character as well.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what's being taught. These podcasters.
I would have thought I was a man at 18 years old. I was making money. I was making thousands of dollars a week. I was making money. But yet my character didn't develop until I started growing over there. Now I can stand flawed without money and my character still leave me.
Yeah. Yeah. And as for me, I can truly say that, shoot, I'm probably at my peak now.
Yeah, you at your
in my 40s.
And you not even begin. You at your bottom of your
right.
peak.
I just, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how crazy his thinking is. And he think a woman at a peak. Even just the fact to say that, like it's crazy that I will open my mouth and say something that a 42-year-old man that a woman at her peak. Me being over 40 and a married man to say a woman's at her peak in 18 to 25. Mm-hmm. Forget that's not even what society say about having kids.
Right.
Don't nobody say that, but that's he I ain't never heard of that.
Me neither.
I never heard of that.
You disagree with
women have
No. One second, please.
I think that is disgusting.
No, Public.
To say a woman has a peak.
1 second. Public, 1 second.
What are we talking about?
No, just 1 second, right? He explained why a man peaks. He says things.
So he going with him.
Yeah.
He explained why a man peak. Because he got money.
And
I don't remember him saying character though.
It ain't about character. All he said is money and direction. But like I said, most men out here, they're not peaking. Most men out here, they're not out here making money. It's the internet that got this persuasion that everybody's making money. Everybody is not peaking. And the reason why, like I said, when I see a struggling man, when I see a struggling woman that's out here dipping and dabbing in relationships, it's more or less that she got a man that's not a leader, or the man he don't know how to value a woman, and y'all get together and actually produce something. It's always one person freeloading off another. And if you come in there with that same mind, thinking of a woman have no value, then you may miss the full version of a woman, and you may never get the real version of a woman. And you may never get your whole self too.
And how do you feel about your mother?
And that's the crazy thing. And it's like Tupac said, man, I wonder why we hate our women. And it's people like that. That's what we raising young boys that think that women have no value after 18 to 28. So you looking at you ain't got no value.
Yeah, the sign that the mama, your mama, who you
it's no value.
Put your car on her name. Mama, can you do this? Mama, can you cook me something?
No value.
No value.
No value. So what? She can cook. She ain't got no value. She ain't got no value. Crazy. Yeah. But this is the kind of people. This is the kind of people online that people. I feel so sad for a lot of these young men out here because this is the type of podcast they'll tend to get a lot of views, and these people are boo-boo the fools. These are people that will steer you wrong. And this dude right here, the comment he made, he's married. He's married.
Even got the I don't care. See.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and the way he presented himself right here, you can tell, and the comment he made, you can tell the characteristic that he presented in his relationship. Me, I'm a firm believer as you do, a man do things the way he do things. He present himself as the way he present himself. The way you see me present myself, this is the way I am. So the way, whenever people present themselves, a lot of times they are telling the truth, especially in a nonchalant setting like he got his posture. Posture means everything. So he really don't care. He really don't value. He think because he got money that he a value. He value to people outside. Who cares if a man got money if he's not sharing his wealth?
Right.
The poor man don't care if a man got money. You walk through, you come in with a nice car. That poor man don't care. He just needs some money. The value is the value is that you keep putting value in and you put the value out. And you serve. The value is the person who serves the most. That's the most valued person, the person who can serve the most, who can help the most people. Yeah. That's the most valued people. And I think it's something valuable that a woman will do, lay their life aside to raise a kid. Most men don't do that. They don't put their careers aside to raise a kid. So if a woman is valuable, why? Because she's more valuable than men. Why? Because most women make the sacrifice to have a kid. If you left it up to a man, a lot of us men, we've been aborted. Men would have been aborted a lot more. I know that men talk about women are aborted. If us men was the ones that's having these kids, the way we like to slang it and stuff, the way men like to go out here, then men would have more abortion than women.
I don't even think a man would be able to have.
No, I know. Okay, my baby.
They'll leave him. They'll leave him on somebody's doorstep.
They're not even have him. They ain't even have him. That more than 60 boys out there, boy.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna have him.
The
abortion rate will go up.
Yeah.
But it's crazy though. But like I said, women and men, we don't stop losing value as long as we keep putting value in us. You still be of value. But if you stop growing, you start becoming a better person. That's why you keep being a value. You keep becoming a better person. Putting things in to make you become a better person. Don't put things in that's gonna make you a worse person.
Yeah.
Meaning you focus on too much money.
Yeah.
Focus on too much money and you forget to develop your character. You become somebody with a lot of money and no character.
Yeah. So develop that.
And you can't go to heaven with that.
Right. Imagine this, developing that character first before you get the money.
And I see a lot of people
then you
online
become
like that.
valuable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're gonna do things differently.
Yeah.
Than a man with a whole bunch of money and no character.
Yeah.
It'll be totally different.
So the question is, are women only valuable between the age of 18 and 25?
Is it 25, 28?
18 to 28.
What you think? Share your thoughts. This is our opinion. This is how we feel. Let us know how you feel. We would love to know.
Yeah.
Drop a comment. Subscribe. Like and share so other people can get this information.
Get in the discussion, man. Let us know so we can get feedback. And if you do feedback, and we'll react to the next video a little deep in the comments.
Yes. And this has been another one. They had vision, and together they built the life that they love. Go build.
In the city lights, we shine so bright. Tonya and Lamont, we're in the limelight. Sharing stories on our podcast every night. Spreading love and soul, our words take flight. Talking about love, we keep it real and raw. Through the ups and downs, we stand tall. Our voices blend like a sweet harmony. Touching hearts, creating unity. Dive deep into emotions, no filter inside. Tonya's honesty, Lamont's soulful inside. Exploring love's highs and lows. It's our mission, connecting souls to heartfelt conversation.